20 minutes of Snapple, public video. Sorry, channel members. 20 minutes of coffee's not dead. I always say that because I want you to know you're in my heart. I don't even have the big sound on today. We're just going straight from the phone. I had some work to do. And the reason I'm having Snapple, not a sponsor, light and refreshing, not a lie. Prickly pear and peach white tea. Some caffeine in this that I need. Um, but I ran out of coffee creamer today. And a lot of you are like, just have your coffee black. Like I'm an action hero or a cop who's about to turn in his badge to his overbearing lieutenant. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. But yeah, so I'm here hanging out with all of you. If you're checking in, like Cameron Stewart, say hello. If you're watching live, if you're watching later, YouTube's got the vertical live option now, which means we can go live and just kind of hang out like this, real close. Michael McCarcel says, think of it like drinking your coffee like Joseph's dad. I wish I could drink coffee black, straight up, with a splashback of whiskey in it. Or something. I cream. I dump so much cream into that coffee. It doesn't even look like coffee anymore. As Vetnik's here, Anka Van Doorn's here, our old GPA pal. Hey, hey, Anka, you like that new Eric Bass solo stuff there? It's looking good, sounding great. Looking wonderful, I should say. Not just good. Our buddy Mark Riley had something to do with that. Working hard, getting a lot of music videos produced for Eric. So liking it. So proud. Eric Bass of Shinedown. For those that don't know, it's the process of releasing his first solo album. I think the first song is out. And love Eric. Eric has been working on this project for a long time. Back when Eric was making GPA a reality. He was talking about releasing this solo album, and I'm happy he's done it. Dreams come true, and he worked hard. Matty Gunner's here. Anka says, "I love it. I seriously do." Shape Take is here. Says, "Hey Ken, you're looking wonderful." Well, thank you. You're getting my morning beard. I hope you're feeling so as well. I'm feeling okay. We're a little nervous today. We have our wonderful, lovely Francis, our Chihuahua, is at the vet today, and going under for getting her teeth cleaned, the deep doggy cleaning. So it's all right. I just you always have that little bit of worry when you're sending your dog off, and she was terrified this morning. She pooped all over the vet's floor. So embarrassing. But so I'm home getting some work done before I get on with my day. So I figured I'd hang out with you there. Mammal teeth suck. Yeah, they do. Right? They do. I'm about. I'll confess the truth here. I'm about 5 years out of from my dentist, which is weird. I had a dentist around the corner from me, and then the pandemic hit, and we all weren't going to the dentist anymore. And then they started saying, "Hey, you can come back to the dentist," but it was a little too early for me, and I was like, I'll just wait." And then my dentist went out of business, and so I've just put off finding a new one. So there you go. Cameron says my dogs always make dumper at the vet. I was going to put a call for questions. If you have a question, leave me a call. Leave it here. But let's talk about vets and dogs and dumping. Let's just do that. Vermont Mike says super anxious. One of my animals go under. Sending good vibes. Appreciate that, Mike. Yeah, you get me. Pickles asks how long have I been gay? Not Pickles. It's a fair question to ask on a morning. Just swing in here and be a piece of shit. But no. I'd be a lucky man if I was. But also not. So fair question, I guess. Connie says good morning, and that's direct. On the docket today is some music. Jess says, "Are you going to work on Christmas? Would you need you to deliver the present to my boy? Where do you live? Because you look like okay, Pickles. I mean, Pickles. You know, it's not. It doesn't take a ton to just hide you from the channel. But you know, gave you a chance. Um, well, let's see. Can we catch up the questions? Jess, this is what's great. I have been delaying trimming this beard down. I have been delaying trimming the beard down. It sometimes the beard overtakes you. It overtakes your soul. It's just like I've had that literally. I could take this camera over to the bathroom. The trimmer I have is waiting in the bathroom. I want to take it down a little bit. It's hard. It's hard to you do this thing. I bet Vermont Mike knows what I'm talking about. Next thing you know, you have to do this because your food and drinks all over your face. It's horrible. Um, so I'm gonna just have to work on Christmas and deliver the gifts. Cameron says, I don't think I've ever noticed your Rise of Skywalker post in the background. Here. This is from the world premiere. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Rise of Skywalker. That's like a special screening thing I got. Which I love the poster, but I had to carry it with me the rest of the night. I don't like that. I hate when you have to carry a poster. Shape Text is kind of need to gush a little bit just for the Plagueis book the first time. Lifelong Star Wars fan. It friggin' blew me away. So good. It is a great book. It's one of my favorite of the expanded universe Star Wars books. I'm not a big fan of the EU. I've been pretty vocal about that in the past. Don't love a lot of the EU, especially the '90s EU. But Lucino wrote that. I mean, it was right around the sale. I think it came out before the sale. It's not canon officially. There's some parts of it and some characters and some droids and stuff that are, but it's a great story. I'd love to see a reworked version of that. Canonize it. Find a way to canonize it. No Davlos says, Ken, are you going back to Sizzler with guests? I wish. The Sizzler, actually, tying it all together, the Sizzler near me is now a dentist office. So maybe I'll go to that dentist and he'll have some cheese toast in the back. There are some Sizzlers left in LA, but none of them are close to me. So it became hard to do hot Sizzler nights with no Sizzler, which is disappointing. I still have some friends who text me like, hey, we doing this? We doing this? Vermont Max says beard trimmers for the spring. Winters to let it grow. Svetnik agrees. Why trim it? It looks good. I've got a month of growth at the moment. Not trimming. Envies what you got. Yeah, this is all true. This is all true. Anka says, love all the posters. Thank you. Autumn Cast says, you look good with your bearded beard. You have an honest face. Thanks for sharing. I have an honest face. Okay. I appreciate that. Cannot tell a lie. Yeah, Anka, love all. Thank you for posters and art. That is the Last Jedi world premiere. This is I said world premiere. I think this is a screening I went. I can't remember because I don't think I went to the world premiere that year. I went to a screening. This is Nan Lawson art. Up there is Nan Lawson art, and up there at the tippy top is my Dexter Jetster art from Brian Ward. And then this is my honorary membership to the 501st Belgian garrison. The Belgian garrison gave that to me in Chicago in 2019. Ran into me. I wasn't even supposed to be there that day, but they found me. They found me. Jay from Nowhere's here. Sith taking the name Plagueis is to know he's a bad guy, right? Yeah, you think, right? Right? Darth Sickness the Wise. Pablo says, trying for tickets to Raw at the Inuit Dome? Question mark? Am I? No, I'm not. I don't really watch pro wrestling as much anymore. I keep tabs on it, but I don't watch it. You, though? I want you to get tickets. Shape Take says, regarding Plagueis, the titular character and everything about it was amazing, but what made the book for me was his perspective of Palpatine, Lucina gave us. Yeah, that was the first real deep dive into Palpatine, I believe. Someone might correct me on that in another EU book, but a lot of stuff. Again, not canon. Ooh, I need to take a sip of Snapple. I'm getting tired. Not canon, but killing his family and all that kind of stuff. Pretty gruesome. Instead of Sizzler, maybe Hot Nights, another restaurant. Yeah, Sizzler. I'd have to find what I'd have to find is a buffet type of option because the game was I treat you to Sizzler salad bar, and then we analyze your choices, right? So I need to have a restaurant with free range choices beyond a menu. When you have full reign of all the food in front of you at once, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Palpatine. The more I learn about him, the less I like him. That's fair. Anka and Vermont Mike catching up. So there you go. So on the docket today is music. I am putting together my 18th playlist for Pop Rock and Radio Syndicated. Got my 17th ready to go. Going to record that. We've got on the. I know you're wondering who's on the 17th edition of Pop Rock and Radio. We've got Blue Rodeo, a Canadian band from early well, they've been around a bit, but I got a song from 2012 that I love. Buffalo Tom, going back to the 90s. Beth Orton, Teenage Fan Club, Phoebe Bridgers, the Moonagers. I'm going to play a Moonagers song on the radio this weekend. And the Beaches, among others. So, yeah. Are you listening to Pop Rock and Radio? You should. Shape Takes says, how do I feel about the Strokes? I like the Strokes. I like their first, and I like their second album. The second album, did that have the song? I really like, my favorite Strokes song is Under Control, which I believe was on the second album. Here it is. Yeah. I don't want to play it in the background and get in trouble. But from Room on Fire, I believe. Scrolling down. Yes, there it is. Under Control. I'd call that my favorite Strokes song, and that's on the second album. I do like the Strokes. I love that sound. That was a great, around the turn of the century, which is, weird to say. But yeah, at the turn of the century, the Strokes sound was much needed for me. That garage rock sound. I got into the Strokes. I really got into the Mooney Suzuki. Saw the Mooney Suzuki at the Roxy. Detroit kind of garage rock band, and loved that era because I wasn't a fan of, though I do love pop music. I wasn't a fan of, it was boy band mania there. Brittany, Christina, ex-Tina, excuse me, and I like they're good songs. You want to dance to a wedding at them? I own some Britney songs in my iTunes collection. I got no problem with that. Love my Spice Girls. Love Spice Girls. So, but did not enjoy that as much then, and did not enjoy the harder stuff, Limp Bizkit and all that stuff that was kind of popping off at that time, if you will. So the Strokes and Mooney Suzuki and those kind of bands. What was it? Was it Black Rebel Motorcycle Club? Was that the name? God, I didn't listen to them a lot, but I just liked songs like that. I like that music. It helped me. I'm not. How about Radiohead? Not a huge Radiohead fan. I like my favorite Radiohead stuff are the things that I think the core, loyal Radiohead fans don't like. I like, the Fake Plastic Trees album. The Bends and all that stuff. And that's, I don't want to say looked down upon. I don't want to speak for Radiohead fans, but I like that album. That came out when I was in radio and in the 90s, and it just had perfect radio singles. Just absolutely love that stuff. So other than that, I didn't get, but I also am not a huge Pink Floyd fan, and I think that's kind of a genre, So not to offend any Radiohead fans, because I think they're legendary in their own way. I didn't, yeah, so I ran out of creamer for coffee. Snapple's got enough caffeine. And every once in a while, I just don't want to start my day with a heavy cup of coffee. Though it has been cold, okay? I know, hold on to your beanies, Vermont Mike and Anka. It got to 52 degrees here yesterday in the evening time, okay? Well, I went to do a comedy show last night. I was at Flappers last night. 52 degrees. That's why I got to keep the beard. Svetnik says, I got to share this. My 6-year-old had dental work done today, and my wife took off work to be with him. He's high as a kite, and she's sending me videos, and it's getting me through the day right now. Um, I love that. I love that he's okay and out of the procedure. But also, I'm kind of as nervous as I am of knowing my dog is getting her teeth cleaned right now and going under. I'm looking forward to a high Chihuahua when we pick her up today. The horror of 50. Natalie says it's going to snow in the UK this week. Nick says the horror. Vermont Mike wants to get me a windbreaker. Please, I'm layered today. I got the workout gear on. I'm still hoping to go outside and work out. Michael McCarson says, "Who I wish Louisiana would just get down to those temps at night." Yeah, probably still hot out there, right? Yeah. It's the end times in California, indeed. 52 degrees. Like, uh, most of the rest of the week, she can in the 40s and 50s tonight. Okay, you'll be okay, Michael. 52. Last night was the first time this season that I turned off the little fan by my bed. We have the overhead fan, but that's been off. Grace gets cold really easily, but I have a fan blowing right in my face. And last night, middle of the night, I had to turn it off. So yeah, end times in California, indeed. Shape takes us there about prog rock. I get not wanting to hear 50-minute epics type song when you drop the needle. By the way, greetings from Finland. Please tell me about the vicious temperatures. I want to get to Finland. I was just talking to someone, a comic last night. They were traveling in that area recently, Poland, Finland, all that kind of stuff, and they were speaking very highly of it. I'd love to get out there. As Vetnik says, yesterday was all rain. It's raining for Anka. Big yawn. I don't normally wake up till like 9, but I had to wake up at 7:30 today. So yeah, end times indeed, Vermont Mike. I had to wake up at 7:30, and it was cold. But we're gonna survive. So that's it. I think 20. We're almost at 20. I miss hanging out with you all in the morning. If you become a channel member, don't want to turn this into an advertisement, but if you become a channel member here, not only do you have to call into the blathering if you want, but we'll be back doing the 20 minutes of coffee at my other studio over there. Or we'll just do these vertical lives. I kind of like these vertical lives. Not quite done yet, Shape, though. Not quite done. If you got a question, I'll answer it. If you got a question, I'll answer it, indeed. Anka says, "Oh, Finland. Paavo from Apocalyptica told me once that what we call cold was summer in Finland. That seems right. Look, it always is about what your blood gets used to, but there's some places I just wouldn't want to be right now. There's some things about the cold. Oh, excuse me. Some cold and the snow that I'm just not prepared for. Like Vermont Mike would have to teach me how to put chains on a car. Yeah, we had to do that as a kid a couple times when we visit the Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead area, which gets pretty snowy. It's the mountains. But I was a kid, and I just didn't understand how chains worked. I did not understand the science behind chains. I can understand how they work once they're on the tire. I didn't understand how the chains got on the tire as a kid. And I don't know if I still don't know if I do. I still don't know if I could put chains on a car. Osvetnik's got to go back to work. Cheers to you, Osvetnik. Enjoy your high bombed out sun, as I will enjoy my high bombed out Chihuahua in a little bit. Blathering will be live Thursday this week, doing a special taping tomorrow for Force Center. And then I got a comedy show tomorrow night. If you're local, got a fun birthday comedy show on at Floppers. Will Dixon says, Omaha. Loved all the sports analogies on Force Center this morning. I think on today's episode of Force Center that dropped at 3 a.m. our time, yeah, I think it was the most sports analogies I used in the history of Force Center. Michael McCarthy says, special tape. Yeah, I am launching. It's the, Nick has the answer for chains. Simply, take the chains out, then a miracle happens, and boom, they're on the tires. See? That's what I thought as a kid. Yeah, Michael, I'll give you all the preview here. I'm launching it's a pilot episode for Force Center. That's basically the series is called Blank is Why We Love Star Wars. And yes, it's an easy tie-in to my book, but it is. We have two guests this week, and we're gonna be talking about one character, which is like their favorite character, and we're just gonna have a fun hour free-flowing conversation about that character and why that character is why we love Star Wars, and it will change every episode. I think I might do it once or twice a month. Every episode will be, what that what that guest loves about Star Wars. So, Cameron Stewart says, "This is Alex and Molly. We're talking about Biggs. We're not. We're not. I have talked to Alex and I have talked to Molly. They are going to be on the show. I think it's going to be a separate interview. I think it's going to be a separate interview. We do have one topic locked in for Alex. It's not Biggs though. It's not Biggs. No, I'll just say it's Scotty and Jerry from Bombad Cast, and we're going to be talking something not midi-chlorians. I mean, I'm sure midi-chlorians will come up, but it's something related to Phantom Menace. So that'll be coming soon. Shape says I'm about 50 hours behind on Force Center, which equates to 600 hours or something. At least I won't be starting for content. I'll say this though, Shape. With Joseph out, Jennifer, the episodes are a little shorter. Not that we have less to say, just there's one less mouth to feed, so to speak. So Joseph's he just started shooting his film this week. So the episodes, it's not as much. It's not as much. It's not as much. Shape also says, aspiring author here, I write fiction. Tell me how you managed to finish while we love Star Wars. Did you have to force yourself to sit down and type away? Yeah, I did. I had two, I described them as nervous breakdowns. I had two, complete breakdowns during the writing process. I don't like homework. I don't like homework. That's why I became a comic and a radio broadcaster, because I can just say go live and then I can just talk. I don't like, it's not that I'm lazy. I'm a bit of a procrastinator. It's just I don't focus. I don't focus that way. So it was very hard at times. I am happy. The book's 5 years on now, and I am selling. If you want signed copies, still go to my website. Um, very proud of the book, but I read the book now, or I poke through it now, and I'm like, I wish I could go do a second or third or ninth pass on this right now. There's also those infamous errors that happen in the book that I guess I'll take the blame for, but I really think there was a copy editing issue. But all that negative stuff aside, all the stuff that's in your head, yeah, I'm proud of it. But I had to force myself, Shape. I had to sit down and work on it every day for 6 months. It was exhaustive, but it was rewarding and fun. And yeah, every writer, um, every writer usually hates writing. Shape says, congratulations, by the way, to have a book written and published is one of the highest accolades. So let's go. Oh, thanks, man. James asks, is the book on Audible? It is on Audible. And I always say this, I think you all should pick up a copy of the book. Like I said, go to my website. I'm selling copies there that are personalized. But Audible, James, is the best version. I got to go in and do the voice work for that, the VO, and I got to correct the book on the fly. So it's technically a different book. It's a second edition of the book. I've made some changes, including correcting some of the typos that made it seem like I didn't know what the Millennium Falcon was, a YT-1300, and I misnamed a Star Destroyer, which was an accident, but I corrected it, and then it didn't get in the book. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's the whole thing. Laserbolt's here. I was just gonna go, but if Laserbolt's here, I'm sticking around. Laserbolt. The Detroit Lions are 9-1. Like the best team in football, essentially. You got Kansas City in the picture as well, of course. I think still Buffalo with Pittsburgh, 8-2, but over the NFC, Detroit Lions. Woo! Jay from Nomers has been rereading it one entry a day at work, like my own little devotional. Oh, that's great. I think that makes me Jesus. Am I Space Jesus? Thank you, Jay from Nowhere. No, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I do have a German copy The book got released in Germany, and I have that. Maybe I should read that. Maybe that's the best version. Shape takes us to quote one of my favorite authors, Joe Abercrombie. I'd rather take cheese graters to my eyes than write, and he's a best-selling author. There's been many versions of the quote, but I know there's one attributed to Carrie Fisher about the thing that she hated about being a writer is like it's having homework assigned to you for the rest of your life, and that's paraphrasing that quote, but that's kind of what I feel about writing, even now. Even now. Anka says, I want to hear the German one. I don't know if there's an audio version of the German one, but you can get it. Maybe we'll do that one day here on the show, Anka. Maybe I'll try to read the German version of my book. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to insult the fine German language and all of Germany, all of modern day Germany. There. Yeah. All right. Someone just posted a picture of Dr. Mario on Blue Sky, and oh, okay. Just sorry, just getting distracted. I got to get back to posting on Blue Sky. I like right now. I've been having a ton of fun. Are you following me on Blue Sky? Do it. Michael McCarsel says I have incredibly simple essay that I've been slowly chipping away at for 2 weeks because writing pains me. Laserbolt says wasn't ready for surprise live show. I wasn't ready, Laserbolt. The vertical live. I like the vertical live, and it's no different than it's no different essentially than Instagram live and TikTok live. But now that Facebook's doing it, it's just a fun way to drop in and say hello and hang out with you all and kick the tires on the channel, and we'll be doing the blathering Thursday night. And I'm looking forward to. I think it might have to be after Thanksgiving, but I have my next food review. The food review videos aren't done. I know what I'm going to review next. It's just I haven't had a chance to travel. Weird times. It's been a time. So that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. A lot of fun. And I gotta check. I think I can add people. The chat section's looking normal, right? Is the chat section? Let me. This is like a sample. Is look? I'm not. But I'm gonna ask a question. I don't want anyone to do this. But in the chat bar, does it show the money option to leave super chats, super thanks? Is that up? No one do it. Don't you do it, anyone? I can't see anything on this screen, and I'm wondering what does it look like. I guess I should watch more YouTube live verticals. It does. Yes, it does. Live chat performs normally. Okay. That's good. I think if I press this button, I could add people to the stream. So it's like Instagram Live. Oh, I could add shop. Check out my fourth wall shop. I can add a product here. Look at that. Wow, there's a lot of guys. Okay, and then let's see. I'm going to press this button. Chat filter. Okay. So that way, if Pickles comes back, he can't. He's hidden from the channel. I can do that. All right. So yeah, we'll be doing more of these, but 20 Minutes of Coffee still exists on the other studio. Today's 20 Minutes of Snapple, and it's warming up. Vermont Mike, save your prayers for me today. I think it's up to 62 today, and we're gonna survive. We shall persevere here in Burbank. All right. Rest in peace, the rise and fall of Pickles. If you were here earlier for Pickles, rest in peace, Pickles, says Michael McCarsel, and I think that's a good idea. All right, I'm dressed like a longshoreman. I got to go. I might go for a walk today. That's going to be my big. I haven't exercised. I was doing so good, eating really good, exercising, weightlifting, cardio. And then some more travel happened, and then the election happened, and then it's just been 2 weeks of anxiety and anger and stress, and then some more travel, and I have eaten so good. Oh, Mr. Linguist says greetings from Berlin, Germany. I need a pea cup. Vermont Mike, gift me a pea cup. Mr. Linguist, I was just talking. Were you here earlier for the German discussion? I have my Star Wars book available in Germany, and I have a copy. That people want me to try to read it. Maybe we can do that, and and you can judge me. Nick says, "What's worse, exercise or writing?" Oh, writing. I like exercising, but the problem was once you start eating bad. The night of the election, I ate some ice cream, just some straight up ice cream. Um, and normally we have non-dairy. I just was like, I got it to what I thought was to celebrate, but it turned out it was to just drown my sorrows. And then I have not stopped. This past weekend, I went to the smokehouse. I went to Don Cuco's Mexican food. I had donuts for breakfast. I had to take Francis to the vet last week, and there's a kind of famous donut shop around the corner from the vet, and I was like, don't mind if I do, and had 2 donuts and a large coffee. Whoo! So last night after my comedy show, I stopped at 7-Eleven and got a pastry and a French vanilla coffee drink or what hot chocolate drink. I've been on a roll, so I need to get back into the gym. Shape writes on the treadmill. Okay, I think I could try that. Thank you. Anka says you got this, and it is, as Nick says, a slippery, delicious slope. Well, you say right on the treadmill. In many typos. I used to for a while. I had like a standing, like a kind of. It was an exercise bike, but it was like kind of almost like a high chair. It was like took up a lot less space. This is my old apartment, and I used to get on the treadmill and play video games. This is like 2009, 10, 11 range. So I used to play, whatever the games were going on at the time. And I think the first Red Dead as well. And then I'd be like, I'm exercising while I'm playing video games. Great. But what ends up happening is you end up slowing down and concentrating to the point where I wasn't even pedaling, but I wasn't aware that I wasn't pedaling because I was so into the game. So maybe I'll try that again. All right. On Nick's comment, a slippery, delicious slope. I think we'll bring this to a close. A lot of fun. We'll do this again. Now we got the boomer trying to send a text where you have to go up here to end the live stream. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Bye.